Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know I don't have a background for today. I'm getting another background iron. I just wanted to have it out for like that first video, but I'm gonna figure out a way to try to iron that one. Today we are gonna be doing the trendy soft glam kind of looks that people have been posting on YouTube, but I really do like that look. It's just so pretty. I have done a lot of just like those neutral tone looks, but this one is kind of gonna be a little bit different just because we're keeping it more neutral. I would add some like pops of gold and stuff, but this time we are not. It's a look that's been going around and I really liked it. So yeah, if you guys want to see how I achieved this look, well then keep on watching. It's honestly super hot right now. I don't know why. And my skin has not been treating me nice lately. We have two major pimples. Ew. I'm just gonna ignore them. Starting off 2020 with not the greatest skincare, but that's okay. I'm gonna do my eyebrows really quick and then we'll continue on with the face. Alrighty, so brows are done and I'm gonna go ahead and put on some sunscreen. This is the Celazome moisturizing sunscreen, and so it's just a 2-in-1. You have your moisturizer and also your sunscreen. It has an SPF of 30 and I'm just putting very little just because this really does make my face oily. So I'm just like kind of just pressing it on instead of just like rubbing it. Now I'm going to be going in with the Touch in Soul's No Problem Primer. And it's kind of a tongue twister because no problem, no problem. I don't know, when you say it fast, you don't really think about it. I have to say it so slow. And this just kind of really mattes out the face. As you can see, it took away the shininess from my chin. And for foundation, I'm going to be taking the L'Oreal Paris Pro Glow Foundation. And I'm just placing that on my wrist because I am applying it with the brush. I'm going to be taking my Morphe M439 brush. And it's just a really great buffer. And yeah, I'm just applying the product. I think it just blends out seamlessly and it looks really nice on the face. In my opinion, using a brush does take a lot longer. So if you're more on like that time crunch, you really do want to use a sponge. It just blends out a lot quicker. And for this area, I don't know if you guys can see, I'm going to be taking this brush just because it's a lot smaller. And this is the Morphe E8 brush. And it's just perfect because it fits right in between my eyebrows. And then I'm taking off the excess product so I won't get any more on my face and just blend it out. And now I'm going in with my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Light. This is just the most amazing concealer. It really gives that coverage. And the technique I like to use when blending out concealer with a brush, I just really staple the brush onto my face and it blends a lot easier than kind of just dragging it because it does leave a lot more streaks, and that's what you're trying to avoid with the brush. So I think the key is just stapling the brush really quick so you won't have those fine lines. Now I'm going to be setting my face with the Coty Airspun Loose Face Powder, and this is their translucent powder. I know they have an extra coverage one, but I really just like using the translucent one because it's not too much where it's going to leave my face cakey at all. And you really want to make sure you take away any creases before you set, because then you're setting the creases and it just doesn't help. It will look a lot more visible, the creases. So make sure that you blend it out first and then set. Oh, I just got that all over my eyebrow. Great. So So the whole face is set and white, but we are gonna go ahead and start with the eyes, and then we'll kind of resume back into the face when we're finished with the eyes. So I'm gonna be setting my eyes with the P. Louise base in the shade Rumor 1, and I'm gonna be taking one of my flat MAC brushes to kind of just blend that out on my eyes. This is the MAC 239 brush, the flat brush that I was just telling you guys about. And we're just gonna place that on our eyes. So I'm gonna be taking the James Charles palette, and I'm gonna be, I just scratched my eyeshadow. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna be diving into the shade right here. I do not know what it's called. I don't have the names, but if I do find it, I'm gonna put it on like the side so you guys can see what shade it was. I'm using that as a transition shade for my eyes. So the transition shade is laid out, and I'm kind of gonna add another color just to add a little bit of dimension. So I'm gonna be putting this shade directly into the crease, and I'll put the name on the side like for the last one. This shade is kind of just gonna add some depth into the crease. Oh, I put a lot. I'm gonna have to blend out, and it looks so bad. If your brush ends up like this, don't dip into eyeshadow and then put it on your eye. It's gonna end up very ugly. I honestly need to get a new M433 brush. That brush has been, honestly, I've been using that brush forever, probably about for a few years now. Okay, there we go. I think that's just a really subtle eye. I'm just adding back some warmth with my R37 brush. I am gonna kind of set right here just to take a little bit of this stuff away right here and kind of make it a little sharper. So I'm gonna do that right now. And I'm gonna be taking the E47 brush. I did learn this technique from Jaclyn Hill in one of her videos. It was a favorite brushes video, and she said that this brush was great for doing this, and also I believe she said something with the nose. This is as even as it's gonna get, honestly. So we're gonna continue, and I'm gonna use my concealer brush and go back in with the P. Louise base and kind of just cut out a little crease. So now that the crease is cut out, I'm gonna be going in with this shade right here. And the only reason I'm not using the white is because that will look a lot less natural. That shade that I chose is kind of just more like skin tone color. Alrighty, so the eyes are done, and I'm gonna go ahead and get started with the eyeliner. I'm gonna be doing a brown eyeliner since that's more natural, and using a black one might make it look more dramatic. And to apply it, I'm gonna be using this angled brush from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'm gonna be going in with this shade, which is the shade that we use to kind of deepen up the crease. Now I just have to make the other eye look like this one, so wish me luck. We're just gonna conceal. So now that the eyeliner's done, I'm gonna be going back in with that lid shade, kind of just going over any eyeshadows that may have fallen on our lid, or if we messed up on the liner, just to correct that as well. And I'm gonna be going in with a smaller and thinner brush. This is the Morphe M124 brush, which is just a nice brush for the lid, and also you can use it for concealing as well. And now I'm just going to do the under eye. I'm going to be taking that transition shade that we had started out with in the beginning. And I'm using my M504 brush, that same brush that I used for my transition shade. And I'm kind of just spreading it out. Now I'm going to be taking my M432 brush, which is perfect for the lower lash line, and kind of just pushing that shadow towards my waterline. And I'm going to be taking that shade that we used to create the wing and kind of just push it really tight on my lash line. I'm not getting a lot of shadow, just so it could look pretty natural. I don't want it to look like too much or anything like that, just so we could have some dimension on the lower lash line as well. Now I'm taking my R37 brush and kind of just blending that out. So now that we're done with the eyes, I'm going to go ahead and get started with the face again. And I'm going to go in with some bronzer first. And I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit. This is their powder contour kit. I love it. And this is from their light to medium collection. I put a lot. You could just blend that out with our foundation brush. Believe me when I say this shade goes a long way, this warm tone shade right here. So I'm going to be going in with a little bit of this warm tone shade and my M504 brush and kind of do my nose. Never contoured my nose before, like anything serious. I usually just go over with this brush like that, but I'm gonna actually try and detail it, which is kind of be pretty hard because I have a weird nose. That's just a lot. I'm still kind of like blending it out on my nose. Not the greatest, but it is something. I am kind of proud for not contouring my nose like ever, like properly. So it looks kind of nice. And so yeah, we're gonna go ahead and move on with some contour just to kind of define the cheekbones a little bit more. And I'm gonna be going in with this cool tone shade to just define. So I already put on blush, as you guys saw, the Tarte Amazonian Clay blush in the shade Peaceful. And now I'm going to be putting on lashes using the Ardell Fox Mink lashes in the style 817. So here's one lash, very natural, which I love. And they could also look very dramatic as well. Whenever I want to make them look dramatic, I just curl them with my curler and they look a lot more wispier. And the key is honestly to let the glue get as tacky as possible. So just wait about like 1 or 2 minutes. I used to make the mistake where I had just finished putting on the glue. I would put it right onto my eye and it made a mess. It was not well. You need to let the adhesive get a little more tackier because right now it's just a little bit more slimy than tackier. So you really want the formula to dry just so it can get that sticky substance and cling onto your eye. So now that the lashes are on, I'm going to go ahead and go back in with the shade for the eyeliner and kind of just press over it. Just since this eyeliner is not black and doesn't blend in with the eyelashes, I kind of just still want to try to cover up any imperfections that I may have made. And now I'm going to do my bottom mascara. So now for lipstick, I'm going to use a perfect nude combo that I like. I'm going to be using the Jeffree Star and Manny MUA liquid lipstick. This is in the shade Daddy, a really stunning nude shade. And the lipstick, I'm not doing my complete lips. I'm just doing the outer part kind of, just so I can have that contour effect. And now I'm gonna go over it with the Vivid Matte Liquid Lipstick from Maybelline, and this is in the shade Nude Flush. And then usually after I put that on, I'll kind of just bite into a tissue. And now I'm gonna pop on a little bit of gloss. This is the Victoria's Secret gloss in the shade Peekaboo. And it's just a nice and sparkly nude pink. It has like those little sparkles in it, so it does give a glossier effect. Last but not least, I know James Charles has used this as a highlighter, so I'm going to be trying it out. I've never tried it on my face. Okay, wow. It's a pretty nice shade, not gonna lie. Very subtle, but obviously you can intensify the highlight by just building it up. I'm gonna put some on my forehead as well. I see you, dang. Okay, and also here, and maybe on my collarbones too. Okay, wow, that looks so pretty. Ooh, and I'm also gonna add a little bit of highlight to the nose. Okay, I think I put too much. And taking my M213 brush, I'm also putting that in my inner corner and my brow bone. And then I'm gonna be taking my Morphe Continuous Setting Spray Mist. After a million years, I found my fan. I had been looking for it forever, and then when I was cleaning out my room, I found it, and I was so glad. And then now we're just gonna kind of just push in all the makeup so it can be nice and natural. Alrighty guys, so this is the finished look, and I am obsessed with how it turned out. I just love the brown eyeliner. I don't know, it's just stunning. It makes it look so more natural. Is that even, I don't even know if that makes sense. It makes it look a lot more natural. But yeah, this is just a really nice look for any event that you want to go to. I honestly love this look. This is probably going to be one of my favorite looks now, probably one of my go-tos for any special occasions or anything like that. And also, if you kind of just want to like spice it up, you can add a red lip to the lips as well, kind of have that dramaticness there. But I am just really living for this soft glam. It's just so beautiful, and I feel so beautiful in it. And I can't wait to see you guys create this look as well. You guys are gonna look so stunning. And so yeah, you guys, if you really like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Love you guys. Bye.